from you guys, from what I've heard from people coming from this county with some deep competition. But just to get it started off here this morning, single entry doe that does an awful lot of good. I love this one in terms of her skull, her Roman nose, and she's dense between her eyes, which correlates back throughout her back. Really dense made one who's big in terms of her chest. Also carries that throughout round in terms of her rib, but a really, really nice way to get started with the doe show here. Let's go ahead and put our hands together for her as she exits the ring.
Morning. We're working, man, always working. Oh, you're fine. You're fine, Rick.
I see some of your counterparts up here. They're
Results from Class 1. First place goes to Eloise Dream. Now entering the ring is Class 1 of Boer Production Junior Does, 9 to 12 months.
Well, we get these two out here, and then we'll talk about them for our grand drive for our does here. But two of them that bring both a lot of good to the table. For me, the spot back female, I think just brings more density in terms of her cage, in terms of her quarter there when you get in behind her. A really, really nice one to start there. I would tweak her a little bit, and I think the 1 and 2 has her trade-offs. I'd like to raise her up just in terms of the point of her shoulder, make her just a little bit taller there, but still an awfully nice one to go in 1. And still in 2, another one that I appreciate from the side is she is a little bit taller shouldered and gives you that uphill appearance from the side. It's just unfortunate when you do get in behind her, she doesn't just have as much punch as you get your hands on her right there up over top of her skeleton, but still an awfully nice one in 2. And as we get our class winner out of our first class out here for our grand drive, I think it's close between the one that came out of class 2 and also that first place out of the class 1. I'll go out and give them one last look, but let's go ahead and put our hands together for these doe exhibitors.
This is first call for Class 1 Boer Utility Junior Does 3 to 6 months. Results from your Boer Production Junior Doe classes. Your Boer Production Junior Doe Reserve Champion is Eloise Ream, 6 to 9 months. And your Boer Production Junior Doe Champion is Eloise Ream, 9 to 12 months. Now entering the ring is your Boer Production Senior Doe, 12 to 18 months, Class 1.
Well, another single entry out here as we get into our older females, but still an awfully nice one that brings a lot of good. One that I appreciate, kind of like we talked about earlier. Just one that combines some density, some true muscle, but still is tall in terms of their shoulder. Gives you an uphill look from the side. I would like to change her just a little bit. When she gets into motion, she does get just a little bit lax there in terms of her spine. Gets a little bit weaker there behind her shoulder, but still an awfully nice one for her. Let's go ahead and put our hands together for them.
This is second call for Class 1 Boer Utility Junior Does 3 to 6 months. Results from Class 1 Boer Production Senior Does 12 to 18 months. First place goes to Eloise Ream. Now entering the ring is Boer Production Senior Does 18 to 24 months, Class 1.
Again, another single entry out here, but still another one that is awfully nice. Probably the densest one that we've seen all day, and really meets your hand with more than enough tone and texture there out of the backside of her shoulder. One that is carrying just a little bit maybe more condition, but still her chest lays into her right, her underline looks right. Paints you an awesome picture from the side. Let's go ahead and put our hands together for this one as she heads out of the ring.
Results from Class 1 Boer Production Senior Does 18 to 24 months. First place goes to Eloise Ream. Now entering the ring for Boer Production Senior Doe Champions. This is your final call for Class 1 Boer Utility Junior Does 3 to 6 months. We need Audrey Berry and Callie Berry and Grant Johnson.
We get both of these single entry class winners back out here for our senior doe drive, and two of them, like I said earlier, bring a lot of good to the table. I think we'll both do great things in production for these exhibitors and make nice kids for them down the line as they keep continuing to show and do a lot of good. But for me, there was just one of them that hit me the hardest when it came in the ring. Young lady out of our second class, she'll be grand. Young lady in the first, you'll be reserve. Let's go ahead and put our hands together for them.
Results from your Boer Production Senior Doe Champion Drive. Your Boer Production Senior Doe Reserve Champion went to Eloise Ream, 12 to 18 months, and your Boer Production Senior Doe Champion went to Eloise Ream, 18 to 24 months. Now entering the ring is your overall champion drive. Grant Johnson, you are needed at the show ring for Class 1. Grant Johnson, you are needed at the show ring for Class 1.
Well, we get all of the does out here for our grand drive. We've got our grands out of each division out here, and they're going to drop in the reserves here in a second. But I'll just talk them kind of how I see them. Young ladies that comes out of the first division, I think brings a lot of good to the table, especially in terms of where she's at in terms of her maturity. I love the way that one slings her neck there out of the top side of her skeleton, but still keeps a lot of good coming together as we go on back there throughout her. I would like to change her there just just in terms of the way her blade lays into her. She just gets a little bit forward there, and still I'd like to change her just a little bit in terms of her hock, but still an awfully nice one there to win that first division. And as we go back down through and we get into our heavier and our senior does out here, another one, like I said earlier, just brings a lot of mass and density. She's big there in terms of the top side of her skeleton, but still lays her chest into her right and has an awesome underline as you get off to the side of them. I'll go give both of the first and the seconds another look and pick who a grand in reserve, but let's put our hands together again for all of these doe exhibitors.
Can the goat barn hear me? Your champion production doe goes to Eloise Ream. Nine through 12 months. Congratulations. Our reserve champion production doe was Eloise Ream, 18 to 24 months. This is second call for Boer Utility Junior Doe, 6 to 9 months.
And for, yeah,
Now entering the ring is Mercy Combs, Audrey Berry, Callie Berry, Grant Johnson, Gracie Whaley, and Sierra Kipp. This is first call for Boer Utility Junior Does 9 to 12 months, Grant Johnson, Jillian Smith, and Destiny Kipp. This is the third and final call for Boer Utility Junior Doe, 6 to 9 months.
Well, we get into this next class of does, and I think one that kind of commanded my attention as she came in the ring. Really nice in terms of the way she works around the ring on the move, in terms of her foot and bone work. I love this one in terms of the angle of her shoulder, but still keeping it correct in terms of her hock and hip, and just how she utilizes that as she goes around the ring. One I would like to dense up, but just in terms of getting more poundage on that one, I think as you keep feeding on her, she just gets better. But what really I think set her apart from everything else is just in terms of the way she motors around the ring, but still you get your hands on her, and she's the densest and hardest there in terms of her back shape, but still an awfully nice one to lead this. An awfully nice one to lead this class off. And as we work our way down, one that I think is probably a little bit denser made and still square there in terms of how her rack lays out of the backside of her shoulder, and still offers up more than enough shape in order to generate the next generation of weathers. One that I just need to see come a little bit taller in terms of her shoulder, a little bit more comfortable there in terms of how she utilizes her hip and hind leg, but still an awfully nice one there to go into. And working down the line as we get into the third spot with our paint goat here, one that I really like just in terms of practicality. That one's awful nice in terms of her lines. She's good in terms of the way her spine lays into her. Again, one I'd like to change in terms of the way her neck set ties out of the top side of her shoulder. We got to see that one handle with just a little bit more punch there right behind her shoulder in order to see her any higher. And as we work our way down into 3, 4, and 5, I think 3 of them that are similar in their type and kind. Again, we just got to get these things handling just a skosh bit harder. Get a maybe a little bit better brace in order to see that out of them. But still, awfully nice projects for these 3 as they head on out of the ring. Let's go ahead and put our hands together for them.
Results from our Boer Utility Junior Doe 3 to 6 months class. 6th place, Gracie Whaley. 5th place, Sierra Kipp. 4th place, Callie Berry. 3rd place, Audrey Berry. Second place, Mercy Combs, and first went to Grant Johnson. We are now showing our Boer Utility Junior Doe. This is second call for Boer Utility Junior Doe, 9 to 12 months. Grant Johnson, Jillian Smith, and Destiny Kipp. This is first call for all first and second place Boer Utility Junior Does.
We get the second class out here, and one that hit me extremely hard right out the gate. Young man's blonde-headed one that is going to win. I think she does so for fun. I love this one in terms of her balance and proportions from the side. She still runs uphill. That one's awesome in terms of the way she utilizes her hind leg. She wanted to fight just a little bit out the gate, but I think really what sets her apart is just in terms of the turn of her rib cage. She's bold and expressive right there. You get your hands on that one, and she's ultra hard and shapely up high. Really, really nice place to start for that young man. And as we work our way down, I think two and three have their differences and their trade-offs, but still, for me, I landed on the more feminine one. That's just a little bit taller there in terms of the point of her shoulder. I think blends things together just ever so better in terms of just being smooth from her inner transitions from her shoulder into her rib cage and there on back throughout her hip and hind leg. It's just unfortunate she runs into that buzzsaw ahead of her. An awfully nice one still to go in too. And the 1 and 3 is one that I love in terms of the way when you get your hands on her, she's rock hard in terms of how her muscles laid into her. But we got to change that one in terms of the way her shoulder's designed. She gets a little bit bolder there in terms of how that works. But still, an awfully nice one there to go in 3 too. I love the way that one handles. Working down the line, one that hit me hard on the move. I just needed to see come with a little bit more punch when I did get my hands on her is the 1 and 4, as that one's dense in terms of her blade and carries it back and wedges and proportions extremely well. We got to see that one just maybe get a little bit harder brace out of her next time you come in the ring. I think that one could maybe change a couple places, but still an awfully nice one there. And working down into 4, 5, and 6, two nice practical does that I think bring a lot of good to the table in terms of just being functional options. Ones that we need to change in terms of the way their hips design. They get a little bit steeper there, maybe a little bit weaker there behind their shoulder at times, but still two awfully nice projects that I think will make great breeding does in the future. Let's go ahead and put our hands together for them as they all head out of the ring.
Results from our Boer Utility Junior Doe 6 to 9 month class. 6th place goes to Delana Southworth. 5th place, Colson Chrisman. 4th place, Libby Watson. 3rd place, Destiny Kipp. 2nd place, Tori Warikis. And 1st place went to Grant Johnson. Now entering the ring is our Boer Utility Junior Doe 9 to 12 months. Grant Johnson, Jillian Smith, and Destiny Kipp. This is my second call for all 1st and 2nd place does. At the conclusion of the doe show, there will be a 15-minute break before the beginning of the dairy market show.
trio of them out here in our next class, and 3 of them that are just different sizes and shapes, all do things differently, but just the power piece of the equation is the young man's that I'm going to use to start. That one's bold and punchy. They're behind her shoulder. Her muscles are absolutely gigantic, but still, you get your hands on her, and she's just as hard as they come. Just a really, really good sort of feel that she gives you. I would like to change that one in terms of just how she's built there in terms of her shoulder and on the move. She gets just a little bit higher there in terms of her spine, but still an awfully nice one there to lead off. And working down the line, 2 that are more similar than the one that we've got to start. 2 that I think are practical and functional, do a really good job motoring around the ring. But again, we got to see them come just a little bit more square there in terms of their shape of their blade, a little bit square there in terms of their back, but still 2 awful nice ones that round out this class. Let's go ahead and put our hands together for them as they head on out.
Results from our Boer Utility Junior Doe 9 to 12 month class. 3rd place, Jillian Smith. 2nd place, Destiny Kipp. And 1st place went to Grant Johnson. Now entering the ring, we are showing for our champion and reserve champion Boer Utility Junior Doe. From our 3 to 6 months class, we have Grant Johnson, and 2nd place was Mercy Combs. From the 6 to 9 month class, we have Grant Johnson again, and 2nd place went to Tori Warikis. And in our 9 to 12 month class, we have Grant Johnson, and Destiny Kipp was the 2nd place.
Well, we get all 3 respective class winners and their seconds back out here, and 6 of them out here that I think match what I was looking for as I came in here today. You know, I like my females to be really good built and still give you a really neat look from the side, but still come tacked on with enough power and density is what I got to see out of them, just in order to generate the next generation of weathers that these guys are going to produce, but still implementing. But still implement enough of those feminine and traits back into their females as well to keep the goat industry going. But still, 3 of them out here that I think bring a lot of good to the table. I won't talk about them again as I've just talked them in class, but I'll go out there and give them one last look and show you which 2 I like best. But again, let's put our hands together for all of these Doe Kid exhibitors.
This is first call for Boer Utility Senior Doe, 12 to 18 months, Riley Scarberry, and also first call for Boer Utility Senior Doe, 36 months and older, McKenna Self. Our champion Boer Utility Junior Doe went to Grant Johnson out of the 6 to 9 month class. That now drops in Tori Warikis from that class. Our reserve champion Boer Utility Junior Doe also goes to Grant Johnson from the 9 to 12 month class. Now entering the ring is our Boer Utility Senior Doe, 12 to 18 months, Riley Scarberry. This is second call for our Boer Utility Senior Doe 36-month and older class, McKenna Self. And a reminder, we are taking a 15-minute break at the conclusion of this show before we start the dairy show.
Another really nice single entry here that we get with the dappled up, cape-shouldered female, but another one that brings a lot of width and spread up high and still matches that down low in terms of the under part of her skeleton. Some things I'd like to maybe just tweak on this female. She's maybe pushing the cusp in terms of just her condition and how she's laying that on there, but still one that I think brings an awful lot of good to the table. Let's go ahead and put our hands together for her as she heads out of the ring.
Results from the Senior Doe 12 to 18 month class. First place went to Riley Scarberry. Now entering the ring is McKenna Self, showing for the Senior Doe 36 months and older class.
Again, another single entry here, but still one that brings a lot of good to the table. This one's big in terms of her outline and really nice in terms of the way she paints that picture from the side. One that I would like to see just a little bit denser here, just in terms of the way where she is at in terms of her maturity, but still an awfully nice one that gives you a really nice picture from the side, just in terms of her angles, running uphill, but still having the right kind of substance behind her. But again, one that I need to see come with just a little bit more muscle maybe in terms of her quarter from behind, and still when you get up on top of her, but still a very nice one for this young lady. Let's give her a round of applause as she heads out.
Results from our Senior Doe 36 months class. First place goes to McKenna Self. We are now showing for our Boer Utility Senior Doe Champion and Reserve Champion. From the 12 to 18 month class is Riley Scarberry, and from the 36 month and older class is McKenna Self.
Again, we get both of these out here for our senior champion, and again, two of them that are really, really good in terms of the way they're built. I love the way that they're just a functional option that you know will do good in terms of how they're going to hold up in the pasture and throughout their kidding career. But still, there was one of them that hit me just a little bit harder. I'll go out there and shake the hand of that one as grand and then show you. You'll see who will go reserve. But again, one last time for these two exhibitors. Let's go ahead and put our hands together for them.
Your champion Senior Doe goes to Riley Scarberry, and your reserve champion Senior Doe is McKenna Self. We are now showing for our overall Boer Utility Champion and Reserve Champion. From the junior doe division, we have Grant Johnson as our champion, and reserve champion was also Grant Johnson. From the senior doe division, we have Riley Scarberry as our champion, and McKenna Self as our reserve champion. After this drive, we will be taking that 15-minute break.
Well, we get both of these division winners back out here for our overall commercial doe, and I think all of them represent quality. And even though they are at different stages in the game, that's my job out here, is just to pick good livestock that I think bring the most good to the table, whether they're the youngest ones out here or the oldest ones. Just picking solid animals that I think will do the most good as these go through the rest of their show career and on into their production life. But still, two of them that hit me extremely hard right out the gate. I'll go ahead and shake the hands of those two exhibitors, but let's go ahead one last time for all of our doe exhibitors, put our hands together for them.
Our champion overall Boer Utility doe is Grant Johnson from the 6 to 9 month class. And the reserve champion is also Grant Johnson from the 9 to 12 month class. Congratulations.
Don't let a blown tire slow you down this season. Trust Maggulac Tire Service in Hillsboro to keep you on the roll and in the field. At Maggulac, they offer on-the-farm ag and tire service, saving you downtime and saving you money. Call Maggulac Tire Service for all your tire needs at 937-364-2592 or stop in on Route 50 in Hillsboro. At Maggulac Tire Service, their emphasis is on great service. That's more than just a slogan, that's the Maggulac commitment every single day.
ProGen's next-generation technology flooring is designed to stand up to the demands of modern life, and it's available now at the Winchester Carpet Outlet. Because ProGen is durable, waterproof, dimensionally stable, and easy to install, it can be used in any room, including rooms that are most prone to moisture and spills, like kitchens and baths. For top-quality flooring, service, and selection at prices that'll floor you, visit the Winchester Carpet Outlet, just off State Route 32 on Tri-County Road, just a few miles west of Winchester, Ohio, and online at winchestercarpetoutlet.com. Trying to find a durable new look for your retail office, house, garage, or new barn dominium? Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding has added 2 new profiles within the past year that would make great options. A heavier 26-gauge metal board and batten with several colors to choose from adds a fresh new look to any project regardless of size. Or come in and check out our new options for standing seam. If it's steel roofing and siding, it comes from Higgins. Located in Hillsboro and Jackson, Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding. Family owned and operated since 1958.
I'm a little bit of a hillbilly. You know, I was raised in Cincinnati, Ohio. We moved to Hillsboro in 1971, fell in love with rural living. I bought an 18-acre piece of property out in the country, started raising cattle, but there's nothing like walking out your back porch and seeing soybeans, corn's growing, cattle grazing in the pastures and baling hay.
Our beliefs matter. They're reflected in our words and actions. At First State Bank, we believe in treating people well, and have since 1884. Listening, caring, looking out for each other. It's what people deserve. It's what a real local bank does. While lots of things have changed over the years, our belief in you hasn't. First State Bank, built on belief.
Sherwood Auto and Camper Sales in Hillsboro is the area's biggest name in outdoor adventures, and their summer clearance sale is going on now. 2024 and 25 models are clearance priced with select models below cost. Plus 2026 models are on the lot, including Apex, Freedom Express, Catalina, and Chaparral fifth wheels. Buy now at 2025 prices. Sherwood also offers a huge parts store, golf carts, Amish-made Wheat Ridge barns, and more. Find it all and begin your outdoor adventure at Sherwood Auto and Camper Sales in Hillsboro, Ohio, or find them online at SherwoodAutoCampersales.com.
Your plan is ready. It's time to build. At CMT Components, we design and manufacture quality building materials for your custom job. If you need metal panels and trim, trusses, or even a complete pole barn package, we do it all, including delivering right to your job site. To get started, call us at 937-446-3400. You can also check us out online or stop by our office in Sardinia, Ohio to discuss your plans today. Let's get building.
We have unbeatable prices on everyday items at Siemens' newest discount store. Located in the old Family Dollar building, CR Deals is packed with great deals on a wide range of products, from household goods to seasonal surprises and much more. Don't miss out on savings your wallet will love. That's CR Deals in Seaman, Ohio, and don't forget to follow CR Deals on Facebook for all the latest arrivals and special promotions. CR Deals, big savings every day.
First call, senior center. Attention in the dairy barn, attention in the dairy barn. First call for senior dairy showmanship.
Check one.
This is first call for the Dairy Market Go Class 1. Bailey Persinger, Destiny Kipp, Brianna Ingalls, Garrett Mustard, Jaden Rudy, and Olivia Cole.
Here or over there?
Check 1 2, check 1 2.
Attention in the dairy barn, this is the second call for all senior showmen to report to the show ring.
I know, that's why. Okay.
Testing, 1 2.
We'll be starting the dairy market show in 5 minutes. This is second call for Class 1 and first call for Class 2. Brooklyn Stevens, Isaac Lee, Olivia Cole, Lena Apgar, Kyle Thorman, Destiny Kipp, and Owen Lee.
Dairy barn, test 1, 2. Yes.
Now entering the ring is Class 1. Bailey Persinger, Destiny Kipp, Brianna Ingalls, Garrett Mustard, Aiden Rudy, and Olivia Cole. This is second call for Class 2. Our judge for this show this morning is Alex Linder. He's from Newark, Ohio, and grew up showing numerous species around the country. He currently is the herdman at Alter Ego Show Goats in Wakeman, Ohio, where they run 3 divisions that relate to feed, reproduction, and production that raise show goats to compete at all levels. He received his associate's degree from Blackhawk College, where he competed on their livestock judging team. He recently graduated from Oklahoma State University, where he obtained a degree in agribusiness. Alex is thrilled to be here to have the opportunity to sort our show. Thank you for being here, Alex. Kyle Thorman, please report to the show ring. Kyle Thorman, please make your way to the show ring. This is first call for Dairy Market Class 3. Brianna Ingalls, Emsley Harmon, Briar Harmon, and Michaela Wilder.
Get our first class of the dairy market weathers out here, and I think just the one of them that brings the most muscle to the table up high is the young lady's kind of gray and white goat that we've got to start. He's just the biggest there in terms of his back, but still carries the most muscle there throughout his hind quarter, while still being covered with an appropriate amount of finish that I think he'll hang a very shapely and nice carcass for the young lady, but a very nice meat market animal that we have to start. And 2 and 3, I think, are different types and kinds, and I think both do a lot of good. Young man's here just runs uphill just ever so slightly. I really like that. That one gives you a really good picture from the side, but still, yet again, when you do get behind the animals, that one still upholds just enough mass in order to keep himself in the second hole. He's just not as overwhelming in terms of the amount of muscle that he carries compared to the one in front of him, but still a nice one to go into. Young lady in 3 does an awful good job getting one shown, and has a very, very nice weather that's dense in terms of his bone work. He just gets a little bit roachier there in terms of his spine, and I'd like to change just the way his neck ties out of the front side of his shoulder, but still one who offers up more than enough muscle when you get in behind him. Very, very nice one for her. And working down the line as we get down into 4, 5, 6, and 7, still some goats that offer up just some practicality in terms of where they're at. I think we just need to keep feeding on these ones, get them a little bit more denser, make sure their muscles can fully develop, and get the right kind of condition on them to see them any higher today. But let's go ahead and put our hands together for them as they head on out.
Results from Class 1. 7th place, Destiny Kip. 6th place, Olivia Cole. 5th place, Jaden Rudy. 4th place, Garrett Mustard. 3rd place, Bailey Persinger. 2nd place, Garrett Mustard. And the winner of our first class is Brianna Ingalls. Now entering the ring is Class 2, Brooklyn Stevens, Isaac Lee, Olivia Cole, Lena Afgar, Kyle Thorman, Destiny Kip, and Owen Lee. This is second call for Class 3 and first call for Class 4.
trio of them up top here in this class that I think bring a lot of good to the table. But one that hit me extremely hard is the young lady who starts this class with the black dapple that we've got here. That one just is overwhelming in terms of the amount of muscle that he has packed onto his skeleton, and she does an awfully good job getting this one shown. But that one's big in terms of his rib cage, still has a lot of shape up high, and still contrary to what we've seen most of the day, that one's still very expressive there throughout his quarter and hind end. Really nice place to start. And still in 2 and 3, I think two that are very similar in terms of the way that they're built. They both run uphill and offer up more, about the same amount of muscle. And so for me, I sorted them off of just density. The one that we go in 2 is just a little bit bigger there in terms of his arm, a little bit bigger there in terms of his foot size, but still an awfully nice one then to go in 2 and follow in suit in 3. Again, like he was very similar, just gets a little bit frailer there in terms of his bone work, a little bit frailer there in terms of his feature, but still an awfully nice one in 3 as well. And working down the line, I think 4 and 5 are very similar just in terms of the way that their muscles been laid onto them. It's toned up and feels really good in terms of just when you get your hands on those animals, but ones that we still need to come with more punch in order to see themselves any higher today. And then working down the line again into 5 and 6. 2 of them that are awfully good in terms of their build. We just got to see those come with just extra muscle, a little bit more cover laid on them, keep feeding on those, and I think that they could have seen themselves just a little bit higher today. But let's go ahead and put our hands together for them as they head on out of the ring.
Well, first off, I want to thank Highland County Fair for having me out here to judge your junior dairy show. And we start the day off with senior showmanship and 3 really good senior showmen at that. But we're going to head off and lead off with the guy that holds the Holstein heifer. Just the definite advantage and better partner out here in the ring today. The young showman in 2 and 3 just had kind of cantankerous heifers out here. It's cool. They want to run around and have fun. That's taking nothing away. I do prefer the way the young gentleman sets up his Holstein heifer, keeps her feet nice and under her, compared to this young lady that leads out the Jersey heifer in 2. I do admire the way this lady leads this Jersey heifer, all her mannerisms. I do prefer over the young gentleman that wins the showmanship, but just need a better partner out here on the dance floor today. And that's taking nothing away from the young gentleman that leads off the Ayrshire heifer. Just need to slow him down a little bit, get a better dance partner, maybe a little bit more eye contact, but 3 very nice showmen. Congratulations to all of them.
Results from Class 2. 7th place, Brooklyn Stevens. 6th place, Olivia Cole. 5th place, Isaac Lee. 4th place, Owen Lee. 3rd place, Destiny Kipp. 2nd place, Kyle Thorman. And the winner of Class 2 goes to Elena Apgar. We are now showing for our lightweight dairy market champion and reserve champion. From Class 1, we have Brianna Ingalls, and 2nd place in that class went to Garrett Mustard. From Class 2, we have Elena Apgar, and 2nd place in that class went to Kyle Thorman. This is the 3rd and final call for Class 3 of Dairy Market, and the 2nd call for Dairy Market Class 4.
Results from Class 1 Senior Showmanship. 1st place went to Kenny Shawn. 2nd place, Sydney Shelton. 3rd place, Lucas Brooks. Now entering the ring is Junior Showmanship. This is first call for overall showmanship.
Well, we're switching things up over here, spinning the goats around to the other side of the ring so our photographers can get some good pictures of these kids. But still, again, we get out here for our dairy market drive, and 2 of them that I think are just, at ready weight, offer up the right kind of muscle, and still are come with the right amount of cover. There's 2 of them out here for me. I'll go out and shake their hands, and we can congratulate them. But again, let's put our hands together for all of these exhibitors as they go on back to the barn.
Our champion lightweight dairy market goes to Elena Apgar out of Class 2. And our reserve champion went to Kyle Thorman, also out of Class 2. Congratulations. Now entering the ring is our third class of dairy market. Brianna Ingalls, Emsley Harmon, Briar Harmon, and Michaela Wilder. This is the third and final call for Class 4 of dairy market. Tara Schinkel, Sierra Kipp, Lena Apgar, Tara Schinkel, Bryson Stevens, and Audrey Berry.
Well, we get into our middleweights out here, and again, one of them that came out and hit me extremely hard, just in terms of offering up the most amount of product. The young ladies up here just does so, I think, easily, having the most spread up high in terms of muscle laid on the top side of his skeleton, and again, keeping that down there throughout his quarter and stifle. Really, really nice place to start. 2 and 3 get a little bit closer, but yet again, you know, this is a market animal show, and we've got to select these base things off of how they're going to hang on the rail here in a week. But yes, young man's that goes in 2, I think just upholds that much more muscle. I think he's bolder there in terms of his rib cage, a little bit bigger there in terms of his blade, and still carries that down throughout his stifle. Now he just doesn't carry just as much of that mass and spread that he has up high in terms of our one that goes ahead of him, but still an awfully nice one there to go in 2. Working down the line into 3, one that I really appreciate for being just a dense featured and big footed option, but one that we need to see just a little bit smoother there in terms of his top line and still carry out that muscle down there throughout his lower quarter and stifle, but still another one that I really appreciate for just having that meat market animal shape. We get down here into 4 and 5, and still 2 of them that I think are very different in their type and kind. For me, I went with the trimmer option, the young lady in the black, who does an awfully good job getting them shown. One that I really appreciate just for being long and level out of his hip. We just got to see that one come with just the extras in terms of muscle and spread up high. And again, the one that rounds out the class is still an awfully nice animal that this young lady's fed extremely well, but he just gets a little bit heavier there in terms of his finish. We got to see that one come just a little bit trimmer in order to see him any higher in the class today. But let's go ahead and put our hands together for them as they head on out of the ring.
Two very nice showmen here in the intermediate showmanship division, and the young lady kind of wins so rather handedly. Just a better acting heifer out in the ring today, and she does a phenomenal job with the heifer's feet, always having her set up correctly. And that's taking nothing away from the young gentleman. I know he's a good showman. This Holstein heifer just pushing him around all through the ring. That's 2 very nice showmen. Congratulations to both of them.
Results from Class 3 on the goat side. 5th place, Michaela Wilder. 4th place, Brianna Ingalls. 3rd place, Emsley Harmon. 4th place, Briar Harmon. And winning the class was Emsley Harmon. Now showing is Class 4 of the Dairy Market Goats. Tara Schinkel, Sierra Kipp, Lena Apgar, Tara Schinkel, Bryson Stevens, and Audrey Berry. This is first call for 1st and 2nd place from the Dairy Market classes.
Results from Class 1 Intermediate Dairy Showman. 1st place went to Tessa Schinkel. 2nd place went to Carson Grooms. Now entering the ring is Junior Showmanship.
Lena Apgar and Kyle Thorman, please report to the show ring.
Well, we really turned the heat up with this class, and honestly, I've only judged a few of these dairy market weather shows and plenty of Boer goat shows, but this one here really gets me going. This may be one of my favorites that I've seen, just in terms of a dairy market weather. I think this one brings just so much good to the table in terms of just being that market-oriented type of an animal that offers up so much spread up high, but still does so good in terms of his body cavity as he's round and bold there, and they fed him extremely well, as that one's toned up when you get your hands on him with the right kind of cover laid over top of that muscle. An awfully nice one there to go ahead and start. And still working down into 2 is still an awfully nice one that I think can be very competitive today as we go down through the rest of our classes and into our drive, as that one is just as bold and big in terms of just as all of them that we've seen today. Just one that gets a little bit sloppier there in terms of right behind his shoulder. He wants to get a little bit ducked there, a little bit higher in terms of his hip, but still an awfully nice market animal that this young lady brings us that brings a lot of good to the table. Working down into 3, another one that I really love just from the side, is that one paints you a good picture, as it's long and level in terms of his hip, does a lot of good in terms of just bringing that muscle to us. It's just maybe not as dense as the ones that are in front of him, not as big and as punchy there when you get your hands on top of him, but still another one that goes in 3rd that does a really good job. And as we work down and as we go down throughout the class, one that I love in terms of her body shape is the one that goes in 4. I love that one in terms of his cage. That one we just need to see come with a little bit more spread up high, a little bit spread as we get in behind him, and still, but working down as we get into 2 that I really appreciate in terms of being just practical and functional. We just need to see them come just a little bit more pulled apart from nose to tail. Bigger muscles will help them get up on the line, but still an awfully nice class here. Let's go ahead and put our hands together for them as they head on out.
Results from Class 4. 6th place, Tara Schinkel. 5th place, Sierra Kipp. 4th place, Tara Schinkel. 3rd place, Bryson Stevens. 2nd place, Lena Apgar. And winning Class 4 was Audrey Berry. We will now be showing for our champion and reserve champion heavyweight dairy market. From Class 3, 1st place, Emsley Harmon. 2nd place, Briar Harmon. And from Class 4, 1st place, Audrey Berry. And 2nd place, Lena Apgar.
We get both of our 1st and 2nd back out here for our heavyweight drive of this dairy market goat show. And again, still 4 of them out here that I think bring plenty of muscle to the table in terms of having just a shapely and profitable carcass, as these things do hit the food chain. But still, there was one of them that hit me extremely hard. He does a lot of good in terms of his muscle and still bringing everything together in the right package. I think it gets a little bit closer there between reserve. I'll go out there and take one last look at the reserves after I shake the hand of your grand, and we'll get this show on the road. But let's go ahead and put our hands together again for them before they head on out.
Our champion heavyweight was Audrey Berry, and reserve was Lena Apgar. We are now showing for our top 4 dairy market goats. From the lightweight division, our champion was Lena Apgar, and our reserve champion was Kyle Thorman. And from the heavyweight division, Audrey Berry was our champion, and Lena Apgar was our reserve champion.
We get both the grand and reserve lightweights and heavyweights back out here, and I think 4 of them that all do a lot of good and bring a lot to the table just in terms of how much product that they possess and how these things are going to roll as they get off onto a hook. But still, there was one of them that hit me extremely hard, and then the one that follows suit. I'll go ahead and shake their 2 hands and show you grand and reserve. Let's go ahead and put our hands together again for them.
Tremendous group of junior showmen out here, and the young lady that leads off has just been lights out here. Every time I move around that heifer, she's switching that feet. She has that heifer looking the best at all times, and that's what puts her over the 2 that follow in second and third. Taking nothing away from these second and third showmen, very similar in their way they do it. Just have a little bit more eye contact from the young gentleman. I do love the look the lady gives me when she's looking at me, just staring a hole through me. Just need a little bit more eye contact, and I'd like to change, collect that halter instead of letting it dangle between those 2. But those are 2 very good showmen here in the junior division. And then we get down to 4 and 5. One heifer wanted to run, one heifer didn't want to move at all. Just giving the slight edge to the young gentleman that leads off in 4. A very good group of junior showmen. Congratulations to all of them.
This is first call for the first class. Cami Collins, Jaya Cheney, Taylon Shriver, Lainey Watson, Ian Apgar, Carly Schulteis, Natalie Burnett, Destiny Kipp, Bailey Persinger, and Kira Bartley. Our top 4 dairy market goats. Champion was Audrey Berry. Reserve champion was Lena Apgar. 3rd overall was Kyle Thorman. Yes. And then 4th overall went to Lena Apgar. Congratulations.
Results from junior showmanship. First place went to Molly Shelton. Second to Bryson Stevens. Third went to Brooklyn Stevens. Fourth went to Ryan Bennington. And 5th place went to Carter Falber. Now entering the ring is your overall showmanship.
This is second call for Class 1 and first call for Class 2. Robert Brooks, Gracie Whaley, Jada Combs, Carly Schulteis, Grant Johnson, Kyle Thorman, Chase Duncanson, and Jocelyn Allen.
This is the third and final call for the Boer Market class, first class. Cami Collins, Jaya Cheney, Taylin Shriver, Lainey Watson, Ian Apgar, Carly Schulteis, Natalie Burnett, Destiny Kipp, Bailey Persinger, Kira Bartley. Last call, class 1.
Can we have all Ayrshire dairy cattle up to the show ring?
Taylin Shriver, you're needed at the show ring immediately. Your class is about to walk in the show ring.
Now entering the ring is our first class of Boer Market goats. Cami Collins, Jaya Cheney, Taylin Shriver, Lainey Watson, Ian Apgar, Carly Schulteis, Natalie Burnett, Destiny Kipp, Bailey Piersinger, and Kira Bartley. This is the third and final call for Class 2, and first call for Class 3. Sophia Michael, Lily Hildebrand, Ian Apgar, Taylin Shriver, Grant Johnson, Leland Chambliss, Chase Duncanson, Raylan Chambliss, and Callie Berry.
We get all our division winners out here for a sweepstakes showman to showman out here. They're all good in their own right. I'm going to go out here. I'll shake the hand of your supreme showman. Let's give them all a big round of applause.
Congratulations to Molly Shelton for having your overall sweepstakes dairy showman. Congratulations to Kenny Shawn for having your reserve overall sweepstakes dairy showman.
With us today, we have our fair photographer, Haley Ann Photography. All the photos taken this week will be available for free digital download on her website at haleyannphotography.shootproof.com. Again, that's haleyannphotography.shootproof.com. Thanks to First State Bank, Drehag Motors, Tissett's Home Center, and Schaefer Heating and Cooling for the sponsorship of these photos and making this possible for all exhibitors at the fair this year. Let's give these wonderful sponsors a big round of applause.
Now entering the ring, your Ayrshire Senior Heifer Calves. Can we have all Holstein calves to the showroom?
This is first call, Class 4. Libby Watson, Jackson Parker, Cammie Collins, Isaac Lee, Leland Chambliss, Bryden Priest, Anley Shoemaker, Sierra Kipp, Destiny Kipp, and Bryden Priest.
Only one fall Ayrshire calf out here, but one that could withstand some competition. You love her style and balance and how clean and angular she is. That's a very nice project for the young man. Congratulations.
pair of them up top that I think are awfully competitive, and I think it's close. There's subtle things that kind of sort the pair. I'll go ahead and talk them just how I see them. Young lady whose weather I'm going to use to start. I think that one's just a little bit fresher there in terms of his shape. That one's tall at the point of his shoulder and slings his neck a little bit better there out of the top side of his skeleton. I really appreciate that weather in the way that he utilizes his hip and hind leg. I would have liked to see his legs just trimmed down just a little bit more just for some aesthetic value to myself, but still an awfully nice one that young lady's toting around. Still in two, an awfully nice one again that offers up a lot of shape, a lot of muscle, and when he first came through the gate, I thought, man, we're gonna have a really nice weather show today. It's just unfortunate he runs into the one that's ahead of him. Got to see him tie just a little bit better there, the way that his neck comes out of his shoulder. I think if she brought that one's nose down and just cranked his neck back ever so slightly, it would help him, but still an awfully nice one to go there in two. As we work down the line, another one that I thought, oh wow, that's the power piece of this puzzle, but one that when we get your hands on him, that one's just not as big and toned up as he appears to be from the outside looking in, but still one that's chucked full of muscle and does a lot of good for that young lady. It's really nice one to go in third. Working down the line into 4 and 5 are a couple of them that I believe just offer up the right kind of muscle that they need to have in terms of being just a market animal. We need to see those ones come with just a little bit fresher of a handle. We need to intensify them in terms of their foot and bone work, maybe neaten them up in terms of just their look from the side, but still 4 and 5 are an awfully nice pair that go there. And working down the line, just some goats that I think are practical and functional that we need to see just come with pulled apart more from nose to tail, make them tense up in terms of their muscle design. But let's go ahead and put our hands together for them as they head on out of the ring.
Results from Class 1. 10th place, Kira Bartley. 9th place, Jaya Cheney. 8th place, Bailey Persinger. 7th place, Ian Apgar. 6th place, Carly Schulteis. 5th place, Natalie Burnett. 4th place, Lainey Watson. 3rd place, Taylin Shriver. 2nd place, Cami Collins. And winning the class is Destiny Kipp. Now entering the ring is Class 2, Robert Brooks, Gracie Whaley, Jada Combs, Carly Schulteis, Grant Johnson, Kyle Thorman, Chase Duncanson, and Jocelyn Allen. This is third and final call for Class 3 and a second call for Class 4.
Nice class of Holstein spring calves here, and the one that leads off does so rather handily. You have to admire the style and balance she possesses. She's clean, she's angular all the way throughout. She's more feminine about that bone compared to that big heifer that lands in second, and as well as walking on a more correct set of feet and legs. That's taking nothing away from this heifer that lands in second. You do love her size and scale. She's very tall at the point of her withers. She's long from end to end, and it's that size and scale that carries her over the third place heifer. I do admire the third place heifer's depth and openness to her fore and rear rib over this second place size heifer, but that's taking nothing away from a nice class of Holstein spring calves. Congratulations to all of them.
Congratulations to your Holstein Junior Heifer class winner, Carter Falber. Second place, Carter Falber. Third place, Brooklyn Stevens.
Over here on the goat side, we get into our second class of the lightweights, and top trio of them that I think all represent quality. But I think one of them just kind of brings the most good and brings a combination of the two together in one nice package. Young man here brings us a really nice yellow-headed goat that I think just blends the most look from the side while still having some get out and go, and is more than comfortable as he does that. But still, when you get your hands on this one, he's big and shapely and hydrated the way that he needs to be. Really nice place to start. And again, we get down here into 2 and 3, and they're completely opposite types and kinds that we've got here. One that goes in 2 is just an absolute man in terms of his muscle pattern. That one's big and bold there behind his shoulder, and still probably the biggest stifled one that we've seen today. It's just unfortunate when he gets out and goes on the move. He gets just a little bit choppy, gets a little bit more restricted there out of his hip and hind leg, but still an awfully nice one that's chock full of muscle that I think will do very, very good as he keeps on progressing throughout his life. And then down into 3, another one that I love just in terms of his structure and his build from the side and the way that that one does get out and go. But contrary to the 2 ahead of him, we got to see that one come just with the extra punch and power there right behind his shoulder. But still a very, very nice one that goes here in 3 for this young lady. Working down the line, 4 and 5 also uphold just enough muscle. We got to see them come just a little bit more toned up in terms of how they handle, but still very, very nice ones that go there. And working down the line, still some that I love just in terms of functionality, practicality in those. But again, we got to see them just come a little bit denser, come with just a little bit more substance and product to see them move up in the line any higher today. But let's go ahead and put our hands together for them as they head on out.
Results from Class 2. 8th place, Robert Brooks. 7th place, Chase Duncanson. 6th place, Carly Schulteis. 5th place, Gracie Whaley. 4th place, Jada Combs. 3rd place, Jocelyn Allen. 2nd place, Kyle Thorman. And winning the class is Grant Johnson. We are now showing for our lightweight division champion and reserve champion. Out of Class 1, winning the class, we have Destiny Kipp. In 2nd place went to Cammie Collins. And out of Class 2, winning that class was Grant Johnson. And 2nd place was Kyle Thorman. 3rd and final call for Class 4. And first call for Class 5. Landon Dougherty, Bailey McLean, Anley Shoemaker, Kent Bartley, Craig Brooks, Jackson Parker, Libby Watson, and Mercy Combs.
Nice pair of Holstein winter calves with a little bit of give and take between them, just electing to go with the one that just has a little bit more dairy quality. She's more angular and clean all the way throughout, especially down through those thoroughs compared to that 2nd place heifer. You do admire her depth and openness to her rib over the 2nd place heifer. That's taking nothing away from this size and scale the one that lands in 2 has. You have to give her that over the one that wins the class. But just like to clean her up, give her a little bit more angularity and cleanliness through that neck. Very nice class of Holstein winter calves. Congratulations.
We get both the first and second places out here for our from our Class 1 and 2 in the lightweight division, and 4 of them that I think still have a lot of future left in them and can keep on going to some of these fall jackpots or well into major season, and I think all compete at a very high level. This is an awesome goat show that we've got started here today, but I'll go out and show you the ones that I like best. I think there's 2 of them that just bring the most good to the table in terms of just being functional and practical options while still just upholding enough muscle in order to play here in a market class. But let's put our hands together for all these lightweight exhibitors as they head on out.
Congratulations to your Holstein Intermediate Heifer. First place went to Bryson Stevens. Second place went to Ryan Bennington.
A single entry here in the Holstein, but one that could have withstood some competition. You have to admire her width. She's wide all the way throughout, down through the muzzle, all the way back through the hooks and the pins. She has nice depth and openness to her rib. Congratulations to the young man.
Your champion lightweight division went to Grant Johnson from Class 2, and reserve champion went to Kyle Thorman, also out of Class 2. Now entering the ring is Class 3, Sophia Michael, Lily Hildebrandt, Ian Apgar, Taylon Shriver, Grant Johnson, Leland Chambliss, Chase Duncanson, Raylan Chambliss, and Callie Berry. This is third and final call for Class 4. And second call for Class 5.
Congratulations to Kenny Shawn on having your champion senior heifer calf. Now entering the ring is Holstein Winter Yearlings.
Leland Chambliss, please report to the makeup ring Your class is next. Leland Chambliss.
Nice pair of Holstein winter yearlings here. Electing to lead off with the young man. And first, just one that's a little stronger and straighter over the top. She got a little more width all the way throughout. But that's a very nice, strong heifer, just giving her the edge with how the balance she possesses over the second place heifer. And just a slight edge in the cleanliness and angularity through that head and neck especially. But taking nothing away from this second place heifer. You love that openness of ribs she possesses. Just like to clean her up a touch to get her above this first place heifer. Congratulations to both of them.
Another top trio of them, again, that are completely different in their type and kind, but still an awesome trio up high that I think all bring a lot of good to the table. But again, one of them that just does so, I think, in the best package is the young lady here up front. That one's awesome in terms of the way his blade is designed and his neck ties out of the top side of his shoulder. He's extremely level there throughout his spine and still big in terms of when you get in behind him. He does get a little bit discombobulated, maybe you could say, when he's on the move. He kind of throws his wheels around just a little bit. Maybe it's because he was fighting the halter, but still an awfully nice one that goes out here to start. Young man that goes in 2 brings us a black paint that I think offers up a lot of good in terms of density and muscle. When you get your hands on that one, we got to see him come just a little bit fresher, but I love this one in terms of his foot and bone work and just his pure density from nose to tail. Really nice one there again to go in 2. Completely opposite, kind of flip the script sort of a deal that we got here going in 3 is one that I loved from the side, as that one's tall shouldered and slings his neck up really high and still offers a really nice and level design. When you get in behind him, he gets thinner when he goes from his hip all the way up to his rack. We got to see that one wedge just the opposite way, but still an awfully nice one. Just got to see him come a little bit punchier there when we get it behind him to see him any higher today. Working down the line, another one in 4 that does a lot of good in terms of just being a shapely goat that's awful hard. We got to see that one just come a little bit bigger in terms of his shape, but the way that one's tone and texture is when you get your hands on him, I really like. He wants to throw his spine up ever so slightly, but still a very nice one that goes there in 4. Working down the line in 5 and 6 does a really another pair of them that bring up more than enough muscle. We just need to see them come a little bit fresher when we get our hands on them. We need to intensify them in terms of their foot, square them up in terms of their chest in order to see them any higher, but still those 2 do an awful good job getting their animals presented out here for us today. And again, working down as we get into our bottom trio, still 3 of them that I think bring a lot of good and will still be a nice project that these young people have fed extremely well. We just see them come with the extras of feature and look from the side in order to see them any higher today. But let's go ahead and put our hands together for them.
Results from Class 3. 9th place, Chase Duncanson. 8th place, Leland Chambliss. 7th place, Raylan Chambliss. 6th place, Lily Hildebrandt. 5th place, Talon Shriver. 4th place, Grant Johnson. 3rd place, Callie Berry. 2nd place, Ian Apgar. And 1st place is Sophia Michael. Now entering the ring is Class 4. Libby Watson, Jackson Parker, Cami Collins, Isaac Lee, Leland Chambliss, Bryden Priest, Anley Shoemaker, Sierra Kipp, Destiny Kipp, and Bryden Priest. This is third and final call for Class 5 and first call for Class 6.
We bring these winter yearlings back out here. We got the all black one out here for the full class now. And electing to lead off the class with her, I think she just has the most dairy quality about her. She's the longest and cleanest through that head and neck. She's straight and strong over the top, as well as having a more desirable feet and legs compared to that second place heifer. Second place heifer wants to get a little straight off of them. That's taking nothing away from second and third. Very nice heifers. Congratulations to both of them. Young man brings us out a very nice fall yearling Holstein that has all the angularity and cleanliness in the world, as well as having that depth to that fore rib. That's a very nice heifer. Congratulations to the young man.
Can we have all Holstein class winners to the show ring?
Attention in the goat barn, just a reminder that you guys have to complete your sale cards. We have some up at the announcer table if you need them, but please make sure those get done.
Again, another trio of them up top that I think all do things differently. 2 and 3 get a little bit closer, but the one that wins for me, I think, does so in a pretty good fashion, just in terms of his handle. You get your hands on that one, and he's hard and crisp there in terms of his shape, but still giving you a nice look from the side. Now, I will say the ones that follow suit behind him, they are just a little bit bigger legged and maybe a little bit rounder muscled, but once you get your hands on this one that starts, he is hydrated and fresh in terms of his shape. Really, really nice place to start. Again, in 2 and 3, I think two goats that are very similar in their type and kind and just how they're made up. As they're, outside looking in, those goats are big and dense and wide from stifle to stifle while still having up a bunch of shape up on the top side of their skeleton. We just got to see them come just a little bit harder and fresher just in terms of how they handle there in terms of their muscle. But still two really, really nice ones there to go in 2 and 3. Working down the line, we get into a pair of them, still offer up some muscle. We got to fix them in terms of their structural design, change them up in terms of their knee, maybe fix them up in terms of their hock. They just want to get a little bit straighter there in terms of the way they both utilize their hind leg, but still two of them that bring up more than enough muscle for this sort of class we've got going here. And again, working down the line, some goats that offer up some muscle, some with some circumference of foot and bone. We just got to bring more of a complete package in order to see us any higher today. But still, let's go ahead and put our hands together for them as they go on out of the ring.
Very good show of Holstein heifers on this side, just quality all the way down throughout all the class winners. I'm going to go out here and I'll shake the hand of your junior champion and your reserve junior champion in that order. Let's give them all a big round of applause.
Results from Class 4. 10th place, Jackson Parker. 9th place, Leland Chambliss. 8th place, Anley Shoemaker. 7th place, Libby Watson. 6th place, Destiny Kipp. 5th place, Sierra Kipp. 4th place, Isaac Lee. 3rd place, Bryden Priest. 2nd place, Bryden Priest. And winning the class was Cami Collins. We are now showing for our midweight division champion. Out of Class 1, winning the class, we have Sophia Michael, and 2nd place in that class was Ian Apgar. Out of Class 4, winning that class is Cami Collins, and 2nd in that class is Bryden Priest. This is second call for Class 6. Jada Combs, Lila Banks, Bailey McLean, Landon Daggerty, and Tori Warikas.
an extremely nice middleweight division that we've got out here, and 4 of them that still offer up more than enough product, especially at the stage in the game that they're at. But even still, I think there's some differences between them. I'm going to go out and give them one last look and shake the hand of our Grandin Reserve. But one last time, let's put our hands together for our middleweight exhibitors.
Your champion midweight division is Cami Collins. Congratulations, Cami. Your reserve champion midweight is Sophia Michael. Now entering the ring is Class 5, Landon Dougherty, Bailey McLean, Anley Shoemaker, Kent Bartley, Craig Brooks, Jackson Parker, Libby Watson, and Mercy Combs. This is the third and final call for Class 6.
A heifer that could withstand some competition here in the Jersey ring, winner calf class, and one that just has all that style and balance when she walks in the ring. She's got depth and openness to her fore rib and her rear rib. Walks on a nice set of feet and legs. Congratulations to that young lady. Another quality heifer here in the Jersey show for the summer yearling class, and one that just so long from the tip of her muzzle to the tip of her tail. She's got that style and balance. It's a very nice heifer. Congratulations to her. It's a shame there's only 2 Jersey heifers in the Jersey show today because they're 2 extremely good quality heifers between the winter calf and the summer yearling. For junior champion, though, I'm going to have to lead off with this winter calf. Just a definite advantage in fore and rear rib to her heifer today. She's straight and long over the top, as well as walking on a more correct set of feet and legs. I think she has more width to hock as she walks in the ring today, but that's taking nothing away from the young lady summer yearling. A very nice heifer, long all the way from end to end. Congratulations to the both of them.
This is the third and final call for Class 6. And first call for all division champion and reserves.
Little bit different trio of them out here, and not necessarily one that just grabs me and makes and says, you know, I need to win. But I think one that brings just the most good together is the young lady who's going to lead this class off. I love this one in terms of his lines and just being a bold and punchy option. That one's big in terms of his cage and offers up the most amount of stifle while still being pretty dense in terms of his foot and bone size. I would like to see that one handle just a little bit fresher, but I get where we're at in this stage of the game and being at the county fair, but still an awfully nice one here to go ahead and start. Young man brings us an interesting one in too, because I absolutely love this one's design from the side. I think his structural build is just impeccable and probably the best of our top trio. It's just unfortunate for where we're at in this stage in the game. We need to just see more of that animal. We need to see him just a little bit bolder and punchier there in terms of his muscle, but I think that he handles good, and I think his better days are honestly ahead of him, still being in a heavyweight class, but still an awfully nice one there to go into. Just need to see a little bit more of him there in order to rival our class winner. And moving down into 3, one that kind of matches our class winner up pretty handily just in terms of density and just sheer power that he has. But again, one we need to see handle just a little bit harder in order to see him move up. We need to intensify him in terms of his arm, make him a little bit more correct there in terms of his hock, straighten up his shoulder ever so slightly, but still an awfully nice one there to go in 3. Working down the line, we still got one that I really love in terms of the picture he paints you from the side. Is that one's tall-shouldered, and the young lady does a really good job commanding that one's head and neck and keeping him looking like a goose up front. We just got to see more of that goat. Got to see him come a little bit denser, get him a little bit rounder there in terms of his cage in order to see him any higher. Another one here that I love, just the amount of muscle that this one carries, and that dapple goat does a lot of good there. We just got to see that one come just a little bit fresher. He's a little bit heavier there in terms of his condition, but still an awfully nice one. And still working down the line into our bottom trio, some that I really appreciate, just their structure and how these goats get out and go. But again, this is a market animal show. We got to see them coming with just a little bit more product from behind, widen them things up from nose to tail, and it's a whole new story. But let's go ahead and put our hands together for them as they head on out of the ring.
A nice shorthorn heifer to lead off the shorthorn show with. The young lady could have had withstood some competition because this heifer, she's so long from end to end. She's got so much width and power to that chest floor, as well as carrying it back through hooks and pins. That's a very nice heifer. Congratulations to her.
Results from Class 5. 8th place, Craig Brooks. 7th place, Anley Shoemaker. 6th place, Kent Bartley. 5th place, Jackson Parker. 4th place, Bailey McLean. 3rd place, Marissy Combs. 2nd place, Landon Daggerty. And 1st place to Libby Watson. Now in the ring is Class 6, Jada Combs, Lila Banks, Bailey McLean, Landon Daggerty, and Tori Warikas. This is first call for all heavyweight first and second places, and second call for all division champion and reserves.
Only one shorthorn heifer, but another quality heifer the young gentleman brings out. She's tall at the point of her wither. She's long from end to end. She's wide all the way throughout. That's a very nice heifer. Congratulations to him.
Can we have all breed champions to the showroom?
Nice pair of heifers here in the Shorthorn show. And junior champion for me is just going to go ahead and be this young lady, Summer Yearling. Just a little cleaner all the way throughout. She's long from end to end. I prefer the way she tracks in the ring today. Has a little bit more width to her hock. That's taking nothing away from the other gentleman's heifer over there. That's a very nice reserve champion. Congratulations to both of them.
Well, I think there's one out here that just, I think, brings the most good together in terms of just being a high-quality goat from the side while still offering up more than enough muscle, whether you're on top of him or in behind him. I think that one just brings more than enough product than what we need, and especially in this class today, a really nice place to start. Moving down into 2 and 3, totally different types and kinds. We've got one that gives you a really nice look in terms of his shoulder and how that one's neck ties out of his skeleton. I really appreciate this goat's mass and rib cage that's laid into him. I'd need to change him just in the way that he utilizes his hip and hind leg. He gets a little bit straighter there out of his hock, a little bit flatter there in terms of his stifle, but still an awfully nice one to go into. Young lady brings us another 1 and 3 that does a lot of good and just is a really solid and dense looking goat, and is probably the biggest in terms of his stifle. It's just unfortunate. He wants to get a little bit more lax there in terms of the right behind his spine. Doesn't want to just drive drive and give you the punch and power there when you get your hands up on top of it, but still an awfully nice one there to go in third. Working down the line, the one that goes in 4 is still one that brings up more than enough product. That one just gets a little bit too flat-footed, a little bit plainer in his design, but still an awfully nice one in 4. And rounding out the class, another one that I really appreciate just for his structure and being a practical type of an animal. We got to see that one come just a little bit wider from end to end. We need to see a little bit more muscle laid on that guy in order to see him any higher today. But let's go ahead and put our hands together for them as the last class heads on out of the ring.
Results from Class 6. 5th place, Jada Combs. 4th place, Bailey McLean. 3rd place, Lila Banks. 2nd place, Landon Dougherty. And winning the class was Tori Warikis. We are now showing for our heavyweight division champion and reserve champion. Out of Class 5, winning the class, we have Libby Watson. And 2nd place was Landon Dougherty. Out of Class 6, winning the class was Tori Warikis. And 2nd place was Landon Dougherty. This is the 3rd and final call for all division champion and reserve champions.
Only one junior best 3 or exhibitors heard out here. The group brings out a very nice group of them. You love the style and balance they possess, the strength they have, especially carried by this spring calf that was reserved. That's a very nice group of heifers. Congratulations to them.
We get these class winners and their seconds out here for our heavyweight drive, and 4 of them that I think bring enough muscle to the table, especially with where they're at, and more than enough product. And still, I have the intangibles of just being a tricky looking animal that still offers up some substance, foot and bone, and still showmen are great out here. And I'll go out and show you the one that I like best. I think it gets a little bit closer between reserve and third. I'll give them 2 one last look and show you who's reserve, but let's go ahead and put our hands together one last time for them.
Your champion heavyweight division is Tori Warikis out of Class 6. That brings in Landon Dougherty. And your reserve champion is Landon Dougherty, also out of Class 6. We'll now be showing for our top 5 Boer market goats. Out of the lightweight division, the champion was Grant Johnson, reserve champion was Kyle Thorman. Out of the midweight division, champion was Cammie Collins, and reserve champion was Sophia Michael. And out of the heavyweight division, champion was Tori Warikis, and reserve champion was Landon Dougherty.
Was a very nice heifer show today here at the Highland County Fair, and we get out here and bring your junior champions out for Supreme, and I think they're all have very good quality in their own right. I'm gonna go out here, I'll shake the hand of your Supreme champion. Let's give these 4 exhibitors a big round of applause.
Congratulations to Molly Shelton for having your Supreme Champion Dairy Cow. This is the conclusion of our dairy show. We want to thank Corey Jodery for coming out and judging.
Back over here on the goat side, we've got our drive out here, and 6 of them that I think represent exactly what I was going for. When I got the call to come out here, I knew just coming down south was going to have, a competitive goat show, and that it was going to be an honor just to be out here to sort your guys' livestock. It's been great. I have my grandparents here today watching me, and so that's been a really cool experience just to spend the day with them and come down. But just, some things that I didn't realize maybe when I was an exhibitor out here in the ring, just having your family around you and, the people and the friends that you meet out here. Make sure you guys thank them for all the help that they've given you, whether they're your breeders or your traders or just the other people who are, helping you out, whether, your family is in this or not, and they're just helping you out in one way or another. Make sure you give them thanks, because that's truly what this is all about, is just the relationships you build with friends and the strength that comes together as a family, or who you meet along the way. But there's 2 of them out here I think that do an awful lot of good. One of them's probably ready today. One of them still has a lot of life left to live. I'm going to go out and give them one last look and just pick the highest quality one that I believe just has the most good to him. But let's go ahead and put our hands together one last time for all these goat exhibitors before they head on out.
Your 2025 Grand Champion Boer Market Goat is Grant Johnson out of the lightweight division. Your reserve champion is Tori Warikis out of the heavyweight division. For the lightweight division, that now brings in Kyle Thorman. For the heavyweight division, that brings in Landon Dougherty. Third overall goes to Kyle Thorman out of the lightweight division. Fourth overall goes to Cami Collins out of your midweight division. That now brings in Sophia Michael. And your fifth overall market goat is Sophia Michael out of the midweight division. Congratulations, everyone.
If you did not yet get your Market Goat sale card, please come see us at the back side of the arena for your Market Goat sale card.
Thank you for tuning in. Rewatch this video and many more on demand at goodguysradiotv.com.